Oh, I just realized that I was muted. I think everybody's muted. Okay, I heard something.
Okay, I think I'm active now. It's got
You
me.
are, you're live. Hot mic.
I am live.
Hi, nice
How
to
are
see you.
you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Nice. I am blessed. Thank you for being present this grand rising.
Amen. Amen. I tell everyone when they ask me how I'm doing, I tell them I'm north of the grass, so it's off to a pretty good start. Everything else is icing on the cake.
I love that. So it is blessings. Thank you. Oh my goodness, you're a beautiful melanated woman, first
Oh,
and foremost.
thank you. Likewise, likewise. Thank you for making space for me.
Absolutely. Anytime. Anytime. This is a blessing, truly. I would love to start this connection of energy exchange with gratitude, firstly, and to say my name. I'm Kia Jones, and I am here to interview you to learn who you are, what your life mission is, what your product Chubby Curls is, and how does the benefit to society, to Black culture, and to Velv'IT Boutique Beauty, and how are you guys in collaboration? And what does that feel like for you in 2021? So, just to begin, I would love to know what your name is, and your degree, any titles that you may have.
Oh, okay. My name is Manushkka Saint-Ville. I'm from New York originally. I don't know if you can see the Haitian flag back there, but my family is from Haiti. I'm a proud 100% Haitian. Both of my parents are from Port-au-Prince, Haiti. And I moved here from Florida, actually, after having done the kind of Caribbean pipeline from New York to Florida, or from Haiti to the Northeast and then down to Florida or parts south. But I'm in Denver now. I've been here for 12 years. I absolutely love it. You guys aren't getting rid of me, so buckle up.
Yeah.
I I have I'm actually also a proud Florida Gator. So go Gators, Gator Chomp. And I received a degree in history from the University of Florida. I'm a history buff. I'm a storyteller. I love listening to a good storyteller or a good orator, and just love history and hearing a great story. I also have a degree from Penn State for meteorology, for atmospheric sciences. So it's been a long and winding, very interesting road, but my interests are pretty varied, and I've been able to really develop skills in different places and different spaces, which I actually think is great. But I would say that my strengths absolutely lie with English, with language. I speak English, I speak a little bit of French, I speak Haitian Creole, I speak Spanish. If you live in Miami for almost
Ooh.
20 years, you're going to pick up some Spanish whether you like it or not. So I would say I definitely, and now I have discovered this creativity, this mixologist, if you will. I've become a mixologist and created this product because after moving to Denver from Florida, which are literally, you could not find two climates that are more opposed, right? Florida is very humid, and their percentage of humidity is often in the 80s, if not 90s. And in Colorado, I mean, especially on a day like today where it's frigid, our humidity is probably in the single digits. But all of that to say, my hair was not feeling the move. So when after some time, I began to realize, okay, why is my hair fighting me? I don't understand why it's so hard to comb my hair. I didn't realize that my hair needed moisture, the moisture I was taking for granted when I was in Florida. Just to back it up a little bit, I went natural in it was July 4th weekend of 2002. I did the big chop. I was ready. I was ready. I was over processed hair. I got to a point where I felt like I was chasing a standard of beauty that I would never achieve. I just felt like someone was always dangling that carrot and I could never catch it. And even if I did come out, after getting my hair relaxed and then your edges all slick and your edges are all laid and you're feeling good. And, after 2 months,
Yeah.
after a couple of weeks, then, they start to creep up. And I felt like I was on this hamster wheel. I got tired of it. And I just said, you know what, let me just see what I'm working with. So the day of my hair appointment, the day of my big chop, I showed up an hour early. I was ready to go. I was ready to be done with it. I wanted to try something new. I said, one of two things will happen. I'm either going to go natural and it's going to work. And if it doesn't,
Right.
I'll just find like some really nice, I've seen some beautiful wigs. I'll get some nice weaves. I'll have a lot of fun with hair accessories, with wigs and weaves and things like that. So I was like, okay, I can go one of two directions. And so I went natural and I kept it. I stayed with the natural, regimen. And I don't even think that I would call it a regimen when I first started, because I just pulled my hair back every day. I would just pull my hair back as it was growing out more and more. um, I was learning about this new texture, right? I mean, my hair was relaxed when I was 10 or 11 years old, and so I really had to reacquaint myself. I had to get to know myself again and to understand what was growing out of my head, because after you've been relaxing your hair for so long, the first few months, that new growth is not your 100% true texture of hair. There's still some leftovers of the chemical exposure from the previous relaxing treatments. So I would say probably the year that it was really hard for me the first, I would say 9 months to maybe 9 to 18 months, or let's just say 6 to 18 months, like that first maybe year and a half, because I just was in this complete foreign territory. It was a different texture. I didn't know what to do with it. I couldn't style it the same way that I'd been accustomed to styling it for, 20 some odd years. And, I didn't feel pretty. I didn't feel attractive. I felt invisible, because I felt like, you know, it's even though I felt like I made the right choice, I
Right.
I was questioning whether or not I was even being seen, because natural
Mm,
hair and coily hair and maybe this puffy, spongy texture is not what's popularized, is not what's idolized, is not what is shown in the magazines and on
yeah.
television as
That
being
was
the
the beauty standards of
the
the
standard
Eurocentric
of beauty, the
expectation.
accepted standard of beauty. It was more on the fringe, right? And so,
Yeah.
2005, so it's 16 years ago. And when I tell you, we were the blind leading the blind. I had two girlfriends from high school. They had gone natural about a year before I did. And so, they had the whole, it was cropped. It was like literally clippers, to the head. So their hair was growing out, and I was learning from
Yeah.
them a little bit what I could. And it was like, hey, what product did you buy last week? What did you get? What was that thing again? So we were all
Nice.
going through this, product discovery. And, we were proud to be product junkies at the time. But the more I understood or began to learn, once I moved to Denver, I think so I moved in 2009. So that's 4 years natural. Once I got to Denver and realized, there's this climate is really doing a number on my hair, and my hair loves
Right.
moisture. So that's why I realized I wasn't having that same experience in Florida. So I thought, okay, well, my hair needs the moisture that it's not getting like it was when I was in Florida. So what can I do to replace this moisture? Because I remember being in the shower one day, and I was washing my hair, and I would wash my hair once a week and slick it back and put it in a bun. My hair game was left bun and right bun. That was it. Like that, that
Yeah.
was, it didn't
That was
matter.
the go-to.
That was my go-to. If I was going to work, if I was going to the gym, if I was going to a wedding, I mean, my hair was in a bun. I just, I was thrilled because it was thicker, it was healthier. It was growing, it wasn't breaking as much as it was before. I just didn't know what to do with it. So the question became, okay, well, the first question was, okay, well, my hair loves moisture. How can I keep it moisturized? And how can I make it more manageable? How can I style it so that I don't have to feel like my only alternative for styling is to either do just, to let it fly and just do like a natural fro, or to straighten it and feel like those are my only two alternatives. I felt like there was some in between. So I
Mm.
remember speaking to another girlfriend of mine. So shout out to Dr. Bianca Williams. She's a professor up in New York. And we were sitting in my apartment one day and I told her, I said, if I don't figure out a way to just style my hair that's not a bun, I'm going to go jump on the I-25 and start playing in traffic. I'm going to lose my mind. I really need to figure something out.
Mm.
There's got to be another way. I feel like there isn't just this absolute, either straighten it or, like I felt like there was this in between. And she said to me, try YouTube. She said, get on YouTube. She said, there's this girl, Natural 85, that I follow, and she has a lot of great videos, and so you can try some hairstyles with her. And I mean, that was it. The genie was out of the bottle. It was, I was literally
Nice.
falling asleep, watching videos on my phone, and you have the thumbnails of suggestions, so you see one and then you want to see the other ones because, oh my gosh, these hairstyles are really, really cute. So as I'm kind of going down this rabbit hole of new hairstyles and discovering, it was exciting. It was so exciting.
That
And yeah, and I thought, I was like, this is fun because I'm someone, I'm the girl that my girlfriends would come to. Hey, can you set my hair for me? Like, I don't want to go to the hairstylist, or can you just give me a quick bump or whatever have you, I'm into hair and nails and things like that. So for me, it was fun. It was a fun little journey. And so what I realized over the course of all of the videos that I was watching was everyone has a common denominator that was a moisturizer. They had a jar of something, they had a bottle of something, but it was creamy, it was milky, it was some kind of moisturizer that would help them to achieve the styles that they achieved. And so I thought, okay, well, this is great. I mean, and it didn't matter, if this person says I use curls, this person says I use Shea Moisture, this person says I use Cantu. I bought all the things. I bought all the things.
you're gonna try it
Arm
all
sleep,
out, see what works
arm
for you,
sleep,
your
literally.
texture, your style.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that was another thing, trying to understand, like, okay, well, I realized that my curl pattern is different from, this individual that I'm watching. So may not come out exactly the same, but I'll make an attempt and just see what happens. So a lot of it was trial and error. And let me tell you, the errors were hilarity. There were some styles where I was like, I can't leave the house. I can't. I went right back.
Like that.
I would go right back in the shower and then just rinse it out. And that's the beauty of natural hair, right? I mean, when my hair was relaxed, there was no way I was touching water until it was time.
Yeah.
So that was
For
that was the beauty of it. And so I was able to, try a lot of things, try this, flat twist. Like I could braid, but flat twist, what's a flat twist? I don't cornrow, don't take my black card, but I don't know how to cornrow.
okay.
So I was trying all these things, and the 2-strand twist became my go-to. I mean, 2 strands, like that's it. So that was like my entree into natural hairstyles that didn't require me straightening it in order to achieve a different look and wasn't a bun. So pure excitement for me. I mean, it was great. And then that just opened up my styling choices, because once I started kind of becoming a product junkie, and I'm going to Target, and I would shop by smell. I would just, I'd pick up a jar, and if I, crack it open, if I like the way it smells, I mean, that's what I would buy. Because to me, I believed that I was being sold a quality product, right? I mean, why else would they be
Yeah.
targeting the Black hair market? I mean, the natural movement has just, and I don't like to say movement because frankly, I believe it's here to stay. Certainly for me, I don't plan on relaxing my hair again. I'm very happy with my hair being natural, and it's no shade to anyone who does relax their hair. Whatever makes you feel beautiful, whatever keeps your hair healthy, rock with
Yeah.
it. So for me, now that I'm natural, I'm happy with it. And I have a lot of versatility. I have a lot of choices. And that's really that space that I operate in, that I
Mm-hmm.
want reach the natural community that feels like, man, I don't know what to do with this hair. I can't manage it. It's always breaking. It's dry. And I get it. This climate will do a number on your hair. So we have to be vigilant and really stay on top of restoring the moisture that is being deprived of our hair. So
I love.
that's the spot that I really like to operate in, you know, with a woman who's like, I'm natural. Now what?
Yeah. So with that being
So
said, what is the best piece of hair advice that you could give somebody right now that is wanting to start their natural hair journey or to transition into that process?
I'd say it's a two-part answer. Number one is know thyself. You mentioned earlier. You know, we talked about looking at people and videos and understanding. I can tell just by looking at your hair, your texture is very different from mine, right?
Mm.
So, and granted, you know, I did not come out of the shower like this. This was me doing curl formers, and so you know,
Mm.
it's part of this. I don't mind doing the high manipulation styles. They're an investment of time. They do require a lot of time. It takes me probably 3 or 4 hours to set it and to dry it under the hair dryer. But after that, my return on the investment is incredible because I did these not this past weekend. I did these curl formers the weekend before. So I'm finishing my second week. I put it in a bonnet and, you know, in a satin bonnet at night, and I pluck it off, I fluff it up, and I'm good to
See,
go. And
it's a
I
whole
don't touch it.
process. People be
It
so shocked. They be so confused about the entire process. But
they
when you
think
speak it and
that I
teach it,
bump it every day. They think that I recurl it somehow every day or retwist it every day. Ain't nobody got time for that. No, 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 no. So to answer your question, I would say it's two parts. So the reason I brought that up was because I would say the first answer as far as hair advice, the first half is know thyself, know your hair texture, understand elements like your hair's porosity. Your hair's porosity is the ability to absorb moisture. Can it absorb moisture quickly, which means it's high porosity, but that also means that it can lose moisture quickly? Or is it low porosity? My hair is low porosity, which means that it requires like heat in order for the cuticle to open up and for the moisture to be absorbed by the hair. So I fully understand that. And I know that, let's say if I'm doing a deep conditioning treatment, three-part answer, deep condition. In Denver, you have to deep condition because that helps our hair moisturize from the inside and it helps the moisture to last much, much longer. Know thyself, deep condition,
Mhm.
and read the ingredients. I would say that's the third answer.
I
Read
love.
the ingredient labels. I would say that was probably another turning point for me when
Mm.
I was watching all of these videos, buying all the things, excited about being a product junkie. And after a couple of months, after I would say probably a year or so of using all of these products and jumping from one to another, out of
Mm.
frustration, out of disappointment, that was where I just thought, okay, there's a disconnect here. What is not working? There's something that's not working. And what I realized was, you know, my hair, it would look cute the first day. I'd get maybe 1 or 2 days
Right.
out of it, but my hair still felt dry. And
Mm.
so I was still on this moisture retention mission. So I started looking at the ingredients on
There.
the products I was buying and saying, okay, you know, why is this not moisturizing? I mean, it's creamy, it's slick, but I don't understand why my hair is not getting the benefit from it. And that was where I really began to understand just marketing. And it doesn't matter if something says argan oil on it, but if you
Yes.
don't understand that ingredients are listed in order of abundance, and water should always be the first ingredient, right? But if the argan oil is the last ingredient or the second to last ingredient, even if it's halfway in the list, most of I would say the first maybe 3 to 4 ingredients, maybe 4 to 5 ingredients, that is what you're getting the most of. Everything else is
Exactly.
minuscule amounts. So I realized, oh, this has argan oil, but it's got very little argan oil. So that informed me that I need to go to a moisture source, a real true plant-based moisture source that was not synthetic or that was not something that I couldn't pronounce. I mean, half of them I couldn't even pronounce the
We
ingredients
should
on the
be
label.
able to pronounce the ingredients that
Yes,
are inside
yes,
of our body that we're putting on, ingesting, digesting, texturing. Like it should definitely all be natural, organic, depending on where it's sourced and where it's coming from. So that's
Absolutely.
beautiful.
And I will, in the spirit of full transparency, I will say I don't always eat the best things. I can be a junk food junkie. I have my moments, but you know, I love fruits. I love vegetables. You know, it's all about balance for me.
Moderation. Yes, you have
Everything
to.
in moderation. So, but when it comes to my hair, I'm definitely a lot more vigilant about making sure that what I put on my hair is something
Yeah.
that came from a plant, or at least a majority beneficial, and I actually understand its relationship to my hair and what it can do for me.
Good. Ashe. Thank you for sharing that. I love that. With that being said, I think you explained a lot of some of my questions that I wanted to ask you, but that's great.
Okay.
I definitely know, when did you begin this business idea for your brand Chubby Curls? And I would like to know how it started. You definitely explained a lot of the inspirational process behind the videos, and then your own hair care journey and understanding what your texture is, your hair type, and what benefits you. Just a little understanding of like why you began your process and what is Chubby Curls. What is
Yes.
it? Like, what
Great.
is
Well,
it?
Chubby Curls was my answer to why is my hair still mad at me, basically. Why is my hair still dry? I don't understand what I'm missing, and Chubby Curls is the missing piece. It began as this just kind of like lump of shea butter at my house that was in a tub, and I thought, okay, I'll get this stuff from Target or Walgreens. I like the way that it smells, but because it's not really moisturizing enough, I'll mix it with this tub of shea butter that I've got here, that so it can go ahead and deliver the moisture, so I can go ahead and get that right. And so I thought to myself, okay, well, you know, let me see if I can go, let me see if I can just whip up something. I remember standing looking at the column of, you know, the ethnic section, you know how we get that little slice of the aisle, right? And I just thought to myself, okay, some people are out here making this. Like, this is, someone is making this. I'm pretty smart. I think I can make this too. I think I can make something too. So I literally, I did a lot of research, and I still continue to do research because I do plan to expand the line. But in this day and age, I mean, I'm very fortunate, even, you know, though I'm dating myself, but, you know, I grew up in a time when I had to refer to Encyclopedia Britannica to do book reports. I had to reference the Dewey Decimal System. I had to pull out the little drawer of cards and get the Dewey Decimal number and go find the corresponding book in the library. But now I've got Google, I've got Wikipedia, I mean, you know, which may or may not be the most reliable sources, but certainly informative enough. And, you know, I can find articles from reputable sources that I trust, that I know are giving me correct information. And it's not
Exactly.
like I'm trying, yeah, it's not like I'm trying to build anything radioactive or crazy, you know, I'm literally trying to make some oils. So I was
So,
able to, go ahead.
so with that being said, are your products natural? Are they organic?
Yes, yes. So I do use all natural products. I think, you know, the organic label, I can tell you they are plant-based. I can tell you that I can easily identify and read what is on the label. In fact, we'll just go ahead and do that right now.
Yes, girl, grab that bottle. I want to see
Let's
what's
do that.
inside.
Okay. I may have just put myself on blast, because I would be lying if I said I was not wearing pajama pants right now with lipstick. But that's okay, because that's how we
Love
roll
it.
these days.
We
That's
still
how
in
we're
a
rolling.
pandemic. You doing good. You looking
That's
beautiful.
that's that from the waist up, I'm gravy. So
You shut up. I love it.
so the ingredients, this is the moisturizing styling cream. And the moisturizing styling cream, this was the first product that I created because, as I mentioned, you know, everyone in all of these tutorials had a cream that, or some form of moisturizer that was helping them, was a vehicle for them to achieve these styles. And so I went straight to the source. I decided to go with mango butter because shea butter is great, but shea butter has an odor that I just wanted to see if I can kind of get around and find another butter that I didn't have to worry about being refined and going through the process of eliminating the odor, because the more refining you do, the more nutrients you lose. So it's not shea to shea butter, but I just wanted to differentiate myself also, because I did notice that as I'm reading all of these ingredient labels, the majority of the ingredients, shea butter is a very, very popular ingredient. So water, mango butter, natural emulsifier, flaxseed extract, slippery elm bark, vegetable glycerin, cocoa butter, kokum butter, honey, avocado oil, argan oil, jojoba oil, sweet almond oil, castor oil, coconut oil, vitamin E oil. And the final ingredient is the only ingredient that I tell people that you can't pronounce because it's a preservative. So it's phenoxyethanol and capryllyl glycol. Those are combined to create what is called a broad spectrum preservative, because you want to make sure that you've got water and oils in a dark place. So that's just a great way to introduce bacteria, mold, and we want chubby curls. We don't want furry curls. So it was really important. It was very important for me to find a preservative that I knew that would work well with, the product that has this particular formulation. So, and just to kind of show you, it's like a cream. I don't know if you can see that there, but it's a very creamy consistency. And, right now, I mean, it doesn't move, but even though I refer to it as a hair butter, it is whipped into a very light consistency. So if you were to try to put some on, you'll see that it's very lightweight. And you see how it just like literally my hand just drinks it up. It doesn't leave any residue. My skin just drinks it up. It's very lightweight, and it won't leave that, heavy kind of goopy feel, that product buildup feel.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah, and a little bit goes a long way. You don't need a lot of it in order to achieve the style. So this is, I would say, you heard me talk about all the butters and oils. I would say this is probably a 40% butter and oil blend compared to the remaining water-based ingredients. So definitely heavier on the butter and oil side if you need like a really rich moisturizer. Again, rich but still lightweight.
I apologize. When do you use that product? When would you use your moisture cream, your style?
Use this. So you remember when I said I did this hairstyle 2 weeks ago? I will, when I come out of the shower and I have my hair in sections, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and apply a little bit of this and the leave-in conditioner. I'll actually apply both of these products. We'll get to the leave-in conditioner in just a moment, but I'll apply this when I'm setting my hair. But literally every piece that I'm applying on the roller, I put a little bit, work it through, and then roll it. So and literally every strand of hair is getting some TLC, is getting some moisture. Then I sit under the hair dryer, and then I literally can go for 2 weeks. This is a 2-week-old set. So does that answer your question before I move on to the next product?
It does. Okay.
So this slips right through my fingers, leave-in conditioner and detangler. This is a fantastic, really super lightweight everyday alternative. So if you have, let's say, if you just want to apply something a little bit every day to just kind of boost the moisture, like I was saying, we have to constantly reapply the moisture. We have to be more vigilant here. So this is mostly water-based. This has water, pumpkin seed oil, rose water, aloe vera juice, acetyl alcohol, and the preservative, the phenoxyethanol and capryllyl glycol. So that is what helps my hair to stay moisturized like on a daily basis. Although I don't apply this every day, but it's really great for like everyday moisture. Just put a little bit.
Yeah, show us how much.
There we go. So
that's it.
So that's the consistency of the leave-in conditioner, and that's probably the amount that I would apply again to that one piece that I'm curling. I would go ahead and just apply that, and again, super lightweight. It's not something that will leave residue. It just absorbs right into your skin. That was important for me because I felt like a lot of the products I was using sat on my hair. These products, your hair drinks it up.
I love that. That
And
makes me so happy.
this is mostly water-based. I would say this is between the water, the rose water, and the aloe vera juice. I would say that's probably 80 to 85% of this formula, and then the rest is the pumpkin seed oil and the conditioning agent that makes it
Wow.
creamy.
I love it. I'm about to use it, girl. I'm about to buy some right now when I go
You
to
get yours
Velvet.
at Velv'IT Boutique, girl, 4611 Peoria Street.
I'm going
There
right
you
now.
go.
Okay, I'm already outside the establishment. All I need to know is how much are your prices?
Okay, so the cream comes in 3 sizes. This size is the large 16-ounce jar, and it's $30. It has there's a smaller one. The 2 other sizes are the 8-ounce jar, which is $18, and then the 4-ounce jar, which is $12. So those are the 3 sizes of the cream, the one that has like the higher butter and oil content. And the leave-in conditioner actually is in 2 sizes, and that is, let me scooch up my chair. The small 8-ounce bottle is $10, and the large 16-ounce bottle is $20.
Oh, nice. Beautiful. I love the branding and the color. It's very
Thank you, thank you. I have to give a shout out to Sister Biz, the incubator for Black female-owned businesses that was founded by Makisha Booth. She is the one that helped me to completely revamp my logo, the style, the branding, and make it look crisp and make it look like it belongs at Target. And that's ultimately the plan.
Yeah. So with that being said, what's the plan for 5 years from now for Chubby Curls, your business and your brand?
5 years from now, you and I will be doing this interview where I'm either on a beach or at a hotel room in Greece or maybe South Africa,
Yes.
just, kicking it, living my best life.
So blessed be. It is done.
Amen. I receive it. Thank you.
Ashe. So I love your energy. I'm grateful for you. I would love to personally know how your products would benefit people and just women that are looking to start their hair journey and just really like apply more natural products and support Black owned products.
Absolutely. I think for me, the most effective way is really education. And understanding Black hair. I literally have an audiobook called The Science of Black Hair. It's by Audra Davis Savasathy. If I'm mispronouncing your name, ma'am, I apologize. But I have been using that to learn, to understand, because our hair is literally, it's different. It's different. It has just a different chemistry. It responds differently. It has different needs. And so that has really helped me to understand. So for example, one of the assumptions is, when we look at our hair and we see, it's thick and it's curly and it's, wild and it's beautiful. And we think, our hair is really strong. Our hair can tolerate a lot of maybe, heat and treatments and things like that. But actually, Black hair is more vulnerable. So every bend and every curl is a point of vulnerability and a possibility for breakage. So when I learned that, it was like, boom, I never realized that. I always assumed that because, it's thicker, and I don't like to use the word kinky personally, because when I don't know, I just remember saying it one day, and I didn't like the way it rolled off my tongue. I just felt like, what does kinky really mean? Words have power. I believe words have power. And so I just thought to myself, well, something that's kinky, obviously not thinking of it in a sexual sense, but something that has a kink in it is something that's defective. And I just feel like that's a very insidious way to get us to talk about ourselves in a negative way. And so I prefer to use words like, curly, coily, kinky, even spongy, because I just remember thinking when my hair was first growing out, and just a little bit of relaxed hair that I had was, was getting snipped away, and I had this, spongy thing growing in its place. And I was like, what the hell am I going to do with this thing? So I prefer to
Love
use
it, water it.
Yes, exactly. And so I think that that's probably one of the biggest things is, to help the women who are struggling, who are beginning on their natural journey, understand that our hair is like a plant. Curly
Okay.
hair by
Mm.
nature is drier than straight hair. The oils that are secreted by our scalp help to moisturize our hair. But when your hair is curly, that oil, if it's a straight strand, it's really easy for the oil to travel down a straight strand. You've got the help of gravity, right? So boom, it's easy for it to coat that one strand. If you have a curly strand, it's not, it can't get the benefit from
That
the
makes
scalp. So that's why you have to be the one to, again, to restore the moisture that it's not able to get from your scalp or from this climate. So when you think about, number one, curly hair being drier for that reason, and number two, being in a dry climate, that's already two strikes against natural, against curly and textured hair, right? If you
Five
think
minute
about,
warning, you know.
I'm sorry?
5 minute warning before Zoom kicks us out.
5-minute warning before Zoom kicks us off. If you think about using color treatments or relaxing or using hot tools a lot, those are all things that have a cumulative damaging effect on our hair. And so depending on, how much of that actually applies to your regimen, that lets you know that, okay, you really need to be more vigilant, or maybe you don't have to be, but you do need to be doing something to restore the moisture in your hair.
I love that. That's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Because I'm about to go buy a product and start, because I started my hair care journey and I have 3C hair that I've learned doing research is important, especially
It is.
textured hair. If you're of melanated or Afro-diasporic descent, it's
Mhm.
like very important for you to learn what works best, what ingredients and quality, because experimentation is the best way to learn. And I would love to know from your perspective as a melanated woman, why is it important to collaborate and sponsor with other Black-owned businesses like Velv'IT Boutique Beauty?
Because there isn't enough of it. Plain and simple. There are not enough Black-owned businesses that are getting the support that we need from other Black-owned businesses. I think it has a lot to do with exposure also. If you're a Target, if you're a Home Depot, obviously you have the benefit of marketing and you have the benefit of having a very large footprint. But I have to say that, the Denver community has shown up. I absolutely have been so humbled, and I'm grateful for the support that I've received and for the people who have reached out because they've heard of Chubby Curls. But it's really critical for me to make sure that I do partner with Black-owned businesses. I'm always rooting for an underdog, and I certainly don't believe Velv'IT Boutique will be an underdog for very long, because I see that you guys are staying on top of the media game and making sure that your voice is heard, that people know that you're in the community, and that you're a presence where there may be lack. So people need to know Velv'IT Boutique, 4611 Peoria Street, right on 46 in Peoria. You can get Chubby Curls, you can get Serene Naturals. There are so many other Black-owned products that, when we make these products, we make them because we want the best for ourselves. Therefore, we want the best for the people that we're making the products for. So
Yeah.
understand that that's really a huge benefit for our smaller handmade small batch brands.
I love it. Oh, you can speak a story of divine intelligence. You can make us want to be a part of your community and movement. Thank you for being present here today in this interview with me. You are so grateful, so beautiful. I
Thank you
am going to
so
go
much for
buy your
having
Chubby
me.
Curls products right now in Velv'IT Boutique Beauty. So
I
I'm going to support
appreciate
my
it.
Black sisters and my Black educated women who are teaching us younger, individuals and sisters who aren't educated on the hair care journey or the process and product. So thank you for teaching us and being present. It is very valuable. You are
Thank you
valued.
for having me. And again, thank you for partnering with Chubby Curls. I'm really excited about it. You guys have already done a replacement order. So it's great to see that, everything is moving and that you guys are getting foot traffic and getting
We
the patronage. So
pushing these
thank you.
products, girl. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. I had fun. This was fun.
This was fun. May you have a beautiful, blessed day and you increase your sales. So motive be you gonna be in Greece in 5 years from now. And I can't wait to
Amen.
connect. Have a great day. Bless
You
you.
as well. Thank you.